Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is this will be, I don't know, for anybody who didn't see the last video I posted, for anybody who don't know what's going on. All my social media platforms, especially this one, are only gonna be used for this. I'm not using social media for any other reason than to spread news on Gaza, Palestine, Sudan, the ceasefire, even situations like the Atlanta Cop City, the things going on with the government, the injustices. Or we're done. We as a people have been too complacent. We have been not doing enough, not being good enough. Too many people just, they see a moment where like, okay, here I'll make some videos, or hey, I'll temporarily stop buying from like this place, and then go on about their lives. No, we have not been doing good enough. People are too afraid to make necessary sacrifices. People are too afraid to do what's necessary. Civil rights, black rights, even people's rights to vote. That stuff didn't just come overnight. Not all that stuff came peacefully. We had to make sacrifices to allow that stuff to happen, and the same is now. People already giving up. People already dropping off on spreading awareness and doing their part, is going back about their lives. I refuse. I absolutely refuse to do anything less than the bare minimum. I can't. People are already dropping off on some of this. This is going to be the only thing I'm doing. If I'm on the internet, if I'm on social media, it's going to be for this. So I'm going to be doing whatever I can. I don't have all the information yet, because I'm not as like educated, not as like well versed in some of this as some other like journalists and some other social media people are. Like some of the people I follow. I'm just trying to do my part. So I'm going to be getting whatever information and news I can on the Cop City, on Gaza, and we'll do whatever I can to see what's going on here in our country, whatever events, riots, stuff that like, protest, donation, whatever donations can be sent to, because very few are actually going to Palestine. So you have to try to see what select few donation centers and charities would see, like how to actually make sure the money that you're donating is actually going to the people. Doing whatever I can to get information regarding the ceasefire. I believe there is a number that you can call. I'll make a video about that once I got all the information about that. People are like spam calling the White House. People are spam calling, all these people, because we cannot let up. We cannot. Because that's why the government's got so comfortable, because the government's been winning all these years. The government's had us wrapped around the little finger. Because people just weren't willing to do enough. People don't realize that, like, if we stand together, we do have more power. We do. We just been too afraid. But I refuse to just sit by idly while children are being slaughtered. I just cannot. Like, all the stuff that has been happening, that's just been building up, and we've just been letting it happen. Like, the fact that a literal police city, because if you look at the map, you can see how much that it covers. It's like a whole town that is going to be used entirely for police in a predominantly minority neighborhood, black neighborhood. Like, no good is going to come from this. It's like, this is going to be the start of something terrible amongst the already list of terrible things that have already been happening. So I implore all of you, look this stuff up. Although I will say, I'll also point out, switch your search engine to anything but Google. I will make a video also regarding you can also find them here on TikTok as well, the various companies that all the things they, like, all their finances, their funding, like, how they're supporting these monsters, these killers. They're supporting the deaths of these children, these innocent people. I even went from Google to Starbucks to McDonald's, Burger King, I think there's Starbucks that are shutting down. There's Burger Kings that are filing for bankruptcy. I think I need to double look into that. Like, it's what we're doing is working, so we cannot let up. We have to keep going. We have to be decent human beings. That's all it is. It's not us going above and beyond. It's not us. It's us being decent human beings. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your background. I've seen people on this very app saying F Palestine. Say F there, but saying not my country, not my problem. Children are being slaughtered. Thousands of innocent people are being killed. You're saying not your problem? Get out of my face. Actually get out of my... Like, what? You're just as bit of a monster as the ones pulling the trigger. If you're saying not my problem, you're a monster. Beginning, end of story. If you can sleep peaceful at night saying F Palestine, oh, they started it. At this point, it's not about who started it. Only innocent people are being affected. And we will be affected. Us here. Like, even if you're a selfish asshole, you should still care because it is going to affect you. By remaining complacent, by just saying, oh, not my problem, you're gonna... Not only did you become the problem, but you've now created a situation where it will affect you. Like, I understand how some people can be so ignorant. You know, my computer's trying to restart. I just updated this, but I'm gonna do whatever I can. I'm gonna do my part. For those of you who have been following me, this stuff's obviously gonna be put on hold. Just the way it is. But I'm gonna do whatever I can to help, because at this point it's just help keeping the topic out there. It steps. It may seem small today, it may seem small tomorrow, but movements like this always are. Okay, this stuff isn't gonna happen overnight. Okay, we're already seeing massive results. If restaurants, if Starbucks are closing down, if Burger Kings are closing down, or threatening to close down even, then it means it's working. It means we're doing something. It means we, the people, do have the power. More of us just need to come together, unify, and realize it. Stop being so bigoted, stop being so selfish, stop being so, frankly, evil. Because if you're one of those people who are so, like, the anti-trans, the anti-blacks, the anti-Islam, you're evil. Beginning, end of story. If you could sleep at night knowing that you're just a scumbag, then I guess more power to you, but you are a scumbag. And honestly, at this point, if you're continuing to ignore all the stuff that's been going on for decades now, the people who are now seeing that, like, the letter to America and are, like, surprised, they're like, oh man, the government's this evil. They've always been this evil. America in general has been this evil. Again, from your McDonald's to every politician. Because we've just been letting it happen because we've been complacent. And for some of us, it's not intentional. For some of us, just we don't know what to do. Okay, we haven't been, because the government has successfully been restricting knowledge, restricting proper education, restricting the means for us to be able to do something, for us to know to do something. Like, educate I know you probably don't want your families or friends or children to get involved. It's time to get them involved. Don't raise your kids in a world where they're oblivious and ignorant to all the stuff going on, so they end up in the situation that we're in. Make the change. Put your foot down. It's time for us to start making some sacrifices. No more concessions. No more of that. No. With great power comes great responsibility. We all have the power, and it is our responsibility to use it as human beings. If you can call yourself a deep human being, a decent human being, that sleep at night, take responsibility. Because I refuse to continue to just go on about my life without at least doing something. Doing something. For those of you who watched this whole 10-minute video, I made a video about 10-minute video. They removed like the any other. It's like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes. But it's worth it at this point because this needs to be said. And this movement just needs to keep going. End the conflict. End corruption.